8 iron deficiency symptoms you should know. The most important ingredient of the human body is iron, which has a chemical formula Fe. There are certain reasons which cause the deficiency of iron or its extra accumulation in our body. These reasons may come and go over time or with the change in our circumstances or eating habits. In today's video, we will show you 8 iron deficiency symptoms you should know. Number 1. Damaged and dry skin. If you notice sudden dry skin or hair falling out more than usual, and also you could not find any suitable reason for it, then there might be a chance of having an iron deficiency. You may notice dry skin patches on your face, like near your nose, on your cheeks, or your forehead. Dryness of your scalp is also a sign of iron deficiency, which will result in having a lot of dandruff, or large patches on your scalp which lose hair growth. Even if you are noticing a slightly heavier fall of dandruff whenever you comb your hair, that's maybe because of iron deficiency. It usually happens because red blood cells in our body are mainly responsible for the supply of oxygen to all of our body organs and tissues. And when they are lacking in the adequate supply of oxygen to our skin, then our skin and that body part become dry and weak. The ability of oxygen consumption by the red blood cells of our blood is directly linked with the presence of iron in our body and from the food we consume. Do you find this video interesting so far? Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button and ring the notification bell if you want to see more content like this. Number 2. Shortness of breath. A substance in our body, named hemoglobin, is responsible for carrying oxygen to all parts of our body. When we are not taking enough iron in our diet, or with the absence of enough iron in our body does not produce enough hemoglobin, which is responsible for providing oxygen to the body parts. Ultimately, our breathing rate will be increased to get more oxygen as body parts are sending signals to our brain that they need more oxygen. And as a result, we feel suffocated and start breathing harder and faster. It may happen while walking, working out, or climbing stairs, etc. If you are neither old nor weak, then these symptoms are referring to the iron deficiency in your body. A body at its normal functioning is working enough to collect and provide an adequate amount of oxygen to all body parts, instead of a weak body or a body of an old person. But when there is not much reason, then the first thing which must come to our mind is iron deficiency. Number 3. Paleness. The yellow color inside the lower eyelid indicates that your body is not producing enough iron. The red color in our blood is due to the presence of hemoglobin, which is also a sign of healthy and fresh blood in our body. Hemoglobin is responsible for providing red color to the blood, which runs in our arteries all around the body, whereas deoxygenated blood is the blood we see in our veins, i.e. of green color. It is also noticed in some cases that when your skin doesn't come back to its original color after pressing it for a few seconds, then you are also lacking hemoglobin, which is a major symptom of iron deficiency. So it becomes very easy to identify why our skin is losing its natural color and becoming pale or yellowish. Sometimes you may notice that this yellowness or paleness is appearing to one of your body parts, like gums, nails, face, inside the lip or lower eyelid. Number 4. Unusual feeling of tiredness. As we discussed above that one of the most important components of our blood and body is hemoglobin, which is directly in link with iron deficiency. And because of iron and hemoglobin deficiency, our body parts and muscles don't get enough oxygen, which leads to stiffness and tiredness of them. The absence of hemoglobin leads to not having a proper amount of oxygen to the body. So when there is no oxygen, our body parts will not work effectively, as oxygen plays an important role in their proper functioning. When your blood is not carrying oxygen, you will ultimately face breathing problems, and from there your journey of tiredness starts. You will start applying more pressure on your nostrils and lungs to breathe in and out faster, and as a result, you will become tired. A low level of iron in our body not only makes us feel tired, but also leads to long-lasting weakness that may need proper medical treatment if ignored in the very beginning. Number 5. Restless legs. Usually at night, you may not be able to sleep well because of unusual sensations in your legs, even while you are resting or lying in your bed. Such pain or sensations urge you to move your legs unconditionally because of uncomfortable uproar in your legs. Due to the deficiency of iron in your body, your leg and arm's nerves may get damaged, or brain chemical dopamine, which sends messages to control muscle movements, appear to be disturbed. In this case, no one can sleep properly, and without a healthy sleep, he or she can't perform well on the very next day. It also leads to the discomfort of the whole body, not only in the legs. Number 6. Brittle or spoon-shaped fingernails. You may notice firstly that your nails are breaking easily and chipped, and it may appear to be normal at first, as mostly we all don't pay attention to such changes occurring in our body seriously. Sometimes putting hands in water for a certain time leads to the softening of nails, but this softening doesn't last for long. So you must know how to differentiate between sudden nail breaking with or without any noticeable reason. Your nails may also become in an abnormal shape of koilonychia, which looks like nails are curved inward. The appearance of white spots on the nails also indicates the less amount of iron in the body. Number 7. Swelling and soreness of the tongue and mouth. Sometimes you may notice that your tongue is swollen or taste sore, or you may notice swelling in your mouth. These two are the most common ways to identify an iron deficiency. Number 8. Headaches. Particularly in women, the absence of essential elements that are in iron leads to the cause of headaches, as it is a less common symptom as compared to others and also causes slight dizziness and headache. It is not yet confirmed that there is a link between iron deficiency and headache, but still some cases are present in medical history. However, it may occur due to the lower amount of hemoglobin inside the body, which is a result of a lack of the supply of a proper amount of oxygen to the body parts. So in this case, nerves in the brain may swell and put pressure, which leads to headaches. From the whole above discussion, facts, and findings, it is clear how much iron is important for our healthy body and its functioning. None of the body will perform well if anyone is suffering from iron deficiency. It's also clear that you may not have to have a routine blood test to check iron deficiency or not. The only important thing is awareness and knowledge. If anyone is suffering from any above-mentioned symptoms, must, first of all, think about iron deficiency and try to fulfill it with a proper and iron-rich diet, or consult a doctor for proper medication. Do you know other symptoms? Let us know in the comments section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I can't grow this channel without your support. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Stay healthy!